Hi, kids. Okay, here's your box office report. These are the estimated numbers over the weekend for the box office. Let's see. Start with 10 to 1. Number 10 was The Last Voyage of the Demeter. It made $2.5 million for a total so far over 2 weeks of $11.3 million. Likely, based on this, it will not be in the top 10 any longer next weekend. It's a little disappointing for the little vampire film, Vampire on a Boat, Dracula on a Boat, $45 million budget. So, uh, likely not to make that money back. Last week when it debuted, it was number 5, drops all the way to 10. Number 9, staying at number 9 from last week, is the new Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. It made $2.7 million, bringing its domestic total to $164 million. It's an action film, so it's doing better overseas than it is over here. It's been 6 weeks now. It had a budget, though, of $291 million. So I think globally it's somewhere around $500-600 million. But yeah, let's move on. Number 8 is Haunted Mansion. Last week it was number 6. It made $3 million at the box office this weekend, bringing the total to $58 million, 4 weeks. Again, likely not to make a profit. $157 million budget for that film. Hasn't even made the profit yet domestically, or it made that money domestically. Number 7, though, is a film that has more than easily made its budget back. Talk to Me. Last week was number 7. Stays at 7. It made $3.1 million. It cost $4.5 million to make the film, bringing its domestic total to $37 million over 4 weeks. Number 6 is Meg 2, The Trench. Last week it was number 4, made $6.7 million this weekend, 66.5 domestically, performing a lot better overseas. One of those big action movies. Again, it's been 3 weeks, had a $135 million budget. Okay, number 5, a debut, is Strays. So debuts at 5. It made $8.3 million. This film had a $46 million budget. Not looking too good for Strays either. Number 4 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. It made $8.4 million. Last week it was number 3, drops to number 4 this week. $88 million in total so far domestically. 3 weeks. Had a $70 million budget. Yeah, they're blaming stars not being able to promote the movie, and why the movie isn't doing as well. So extrapolate from that what you will. Number 3, dropping from number 2, is Oppie. It's Oppenheimer. It made $10.6 million, a total of $285 million so far domestically over 5 weeks. I think on the year so far worldwide, Oppenheimer, I think, is the 4th highest grossing film of the year worldwide. And remember, it only had $100 million budget. So, the power of Nolan. Dropping the first time. Number 2 is your girl, Barbie. She made $21.5 million. So far, $567 million domestically, over $1 billion worldwide. Still sitting at number 2 for the year so far. Will she catch Mario? And about $135 million budget for Barbie. And then debuting, number 1 is Blue Beetle. The Blue Beetle, by the way, is George Harrison, obviously, for you blue. made $25.4 million. This is his opening weekend. It had about $104 million budget though, so unfortunate for Blue Beetle, right? There's some good news. It debuted #1 at the box office. Bad news is those numbers are not going to stay consistent. They'll likely fall. It's going to be hard for it to turn a profit. And then there's going to be everybody coming out making all sorts of excuses as to why Blue Beetle didn't perform well. Maybe release was just not planned right. So I don't know. Where do you put the blame for the failure of Blue Beetle? Is it superhero fatigue? Is it I don't know. What do you think? Comment, like, subscribe.